Hello, starting out solitary. So this week we are talking about year and a days, and there are a few different ones you can do. So first you could do in person by going to your local like new age shops, witchy stores, and just seeing if there's any covens. Often they'll do like public rituals and even like meetup things, and you can see about joining, and you could join and go through that process with that coven to get like your year and a day completed. Thing is with covens, I haven't had the best experience. Granted, I live in Utah, so despite what everyone says, your options are not exactly huge. A lot of covens are very private. So the ones that are open, you gotta pick and choose your battles. And I only lasted, I think, maybe 2 months with mine, but that's because they wouldn't change where they held their rituals, and being mildly allergic to cats, you know, usually I can handle that, but their house literally had 12 indoor cats in a mild hoarder's house. So I kind of left. But I know they've had, you know, many people go through their coven and whatnot, so just keep in mind things will happen. So in person is always the best, because then you can just call them up and text them and be like, hey, I have a question, and then they can just answer immediately. But oftentimes we don't have that opportunity. So then you go to the alternative methods, which would be reading a book. So like Witch School is the one that I know the most about, because that's the one I attempted. You'd think I would have actually gotten through an official year in a day, but not really. Witch School is really great. It has, so that each chapter is like a month to do things, and a little part of me still wants to actually just finish them and be like, I'm gonna buy all the books, I'm gonna do it, I'm going to, but I need to rebuy the first one, because I was trying to read the little, like they have a section at the beginning of each chapter of reading, and I was trying to do that in a class, and the only way I could do that was if I highlighted the book, because that's how the teacher was. I know, the horror. For those of us, just don't write in books, ever. Oh my god, it's just, oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard. So, I had to highlight the book when I was reading it in class, because I wanted to read my book. And yeah, so I need to just buy a new one, because I'm just like, I can't live with you being like that. But it is kind of interesting to look back and be like, oh, I was supposed to finish that in 2012. That didn't happen at all. So, like, it's 2015. I still haven't done it. But the information in that book was awesome. It had a little bit of info. It had exercises to do. It had, opportunity spells. Spells that you could do if you wanted. It had, like, a little quiz at the end. Like, it was pretty legit. So if you wanted to have, like, really organized, kind of, like, do this, 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 that book is great. So, highly recommend it. There's 3 levels, and then, like, one of, like, kind of, I think it's just sort of miscellaneous information. But yeah, it's really great. So if you want that, there you go. Now, for me, I haven't really finished it yet. Plus, being in college, writing my own, like, kind of year and a day book, I don't want to, like, steal their ideas and be like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna just do that. So I can't really talk about many others because I'm not looking into them right now. But I know other year and a day books exist. But again, I just don't want to, like, completely steal their ideas, being like, oh, yeah, chapter 3, that's a good topic. So, again, just trying to, So, I know there's others. Hopefully the other hosts have talked about those. And the other option is to do online. Now, the thing about online that really pisses me off is the fact that they like to overcharge. Now, for me, anything over $35 a month, that's getting expensive. Like, anything more than that, that's like what I would pay for, like, my internet and my phone. Like, I don't want to pay more for that. Just, I can't rationalize it when I can spend less than $35 on a book that'll have the information for an entire year in it for less money than 1 month. Now, I know a lot of people love them, and if you have the budget for it, great. But I don't think a lot of us have, like, $400 set aside a year for that, which, I don't know, for me, that's a lot of money, and a lot of other things I could be using that for, like saving to pay off my student loans. Like, I just can't rationalize spending more than $35 a month. Now, some of these get really sky high. I saw one that was like $88 a month, and I'm like, I don't even think that covers all the things I need. Because a lot of them will make you buy the books after you pay the money, and then you have to get tools and, you know, whatever you need, like crystals, herbs, whatever. And to me, I just can't rationalize spending that amount of money. So just keep that in mind. Before you start looking, I would recommend setting a budget for yourself and being like, no matter what, I'm not spending more than this. I was planning on getting a year and a day program from one person for years, because sadly, you always will have to wait. If you want the in-person, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to wait for the magical age of adulthood, whatever that is and whatever like year that is for you. I think it's different in other countries. Not entirely sure. But at least here, 18 is that magical number when you can do whatever you want, sort of. And then you can start doing these classes and courses and everything. So just, it kind of sucks, especially if you're a teenager, which is why the books and, you know, like free options are really great. Which kind of leads to my last one, which is what I've done since 2009, which is to just study on your own. I sat down on Yule 2011, I think, and did like my super official year and a day and was like, okay, maybe even before then. I feel like I did it before then, but I can't remember. I remember I put it in my grimoire that it was like Yule of 2011, that I like specifically did this one ritual. And after that, I can't remember squat, which is why you should always write down your rituals. So then when you're older, you're like, when did I do that? Always a good thing to do. But yeah, I think it was around 2011 that I officially sat down in my circle and was like, okay, I'm going to do a year and a day. I'm just going to study every single day, even if it's just a 5-minute video or read one article. I'm going to study and learn. And that's what I did. It wasn't specific information. It wasn't like this month I'm going to learn about the goddess, next month the god, 3 months later about the elements. It was just like whatever information I found. And to me that worked the best. Not to have to worry about learning this specific information. It was just like whatever information found its way into my life, I learned it. So that's the way that I love the best, is to just kind of wing it basically. So hopefully that helps you guys for learning about year and a days. Sorry this is so long. But yes, so anyways, if you have done a year and a day, which method did you do? Did you like it? Did you not? Which ones have you tried? And yeah, leave it in the comments down below or do a video response and link it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and blessed be.